I'm going to call this video The Curious Case of Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross. He's an interesting character. Someone I feel that has been very underutilized, and he's creative and clearly someone who demands attention. But for some reason, he's not being used to his full potential. So what's the problem? Why isn't he being used? Well, here's the thing. He is being used. It's just, you're not seeing it. Kross's story is the long game. Kross is a sort of grim reaper. He seems to appear when it's time for a change. He's the reason why Roman Reigns and the original Bloodline are broken. He's the reason why the New Day turned on Big E. He broke Drew McIntyre. He had The Miz join him and AOP. You see, Kross is the deciding factor in some of the biggest storylines that are actively unfolding as we speak. But this type of character doesn't last unless you capitalize on it. And I'm not sure if WWE plans to. Kross isn't about revealing who you are. No. Kross is corruption. He corrupted McIntyre first, and then the world. He stole Nakamura's honor. He was the reason why Rey Mysterio was able to strike his son Dominic. And of course, he stole the New Day's power of positivity. But the thing is, the point I'm trying to make is WWE needs to capitalize on these kind of things once people start to realize it. When Kross appears, a lot of people don't necessarily connect. They don't necessarily know what he's doing, why he's doing what he's doing, but they don't necessarily give people a reason to care for Karrion Kross. So the point I'm making is that if Karrion Kross is doing this all by himself and he's just essentially building the story himself without the help of the WWE creative team, and they're not necessarily using this as a story, he's just kind of using the time that they're giving him to create a story of his own. And I honestly think that is not something you just ignore. And so Kross, to me, needs to be able to connect with the fans. And I just don't feel WWE is giving him the chance to connect with those fans. Karrion Kross, to me, is clearly somebody that's creative and he wants to make something special. And to me, it's just foolish if you don't capitalize on this thing, you know. And that's the reason why I am such a big fan of Karrion Kross, because I've watched this guy for years now, and when he first appeared in NXT, I thought he was going to be a monster, and he was. But then all of a sudden, they kind of just put him on ice. In my opinion, I think there's a little bit of hope left for the Karrion Kross fans, because this guy is very, very special in the sense that he can really create stories that are compelling if you give him the time to. And it's very obvious, like I explained earlier, a lot of these stories that are happening right now that are actively unfolding are in some way because of Kross. Now, he's not the direct reason, but what I'm trying to make everybody understand is that he's a symbol, right? He's a red herring. And it's okay to have these kind of characters in professional wrestling, because professional wrestling is wrestling, but it's also a lot of character work and a lot of story. And you need to have these characters. I'm not saying he's a side character, but you need to have characters that are pushing the main characters forward, pushing their motivations, taking them to the dark side, taking them to the light side, making them make a choice, because that's what life is. It's all about choices. And that, my friends, is the curious case of Karrion Kross. He's the change you didn't ask for, and the one you won't be able to escape. I think I got everything across, hopefully. Kross.